hop on as soon. But nice to see you.
Awesome. Thank you for having us. Sorry, I'm in my car. We got kicked out of our house. We're selling, and the buyers are doing an inspection, like a building and pest inspection. So they wanted us out. I told them I wanted to be back by 11:30, but anyway, they get to choose, right? I suppose. So thanks for having me. Hey, there's only a few of us, so it's probably going to be a little bit intimate, but I just wanted to know if there are any wins. If there's any wins that we get to celebrate in the last week. What have we got to be grateful for? What's happened? What have we done? Have we done something? Have we tried something? Have we learned something? Have we helped someone? Helps me get out of my head. It's not about you guys, it's about me. And keeping up to date with what's going on this rockstar team. Yes, it's on a new team today, and I'm really excited. She's in Calgary. Boom. Local teamie, that's cool. Anyone else? It's good seeing you, Rita. It's been a while since we've been able to hang out. One of my new customers is loving the products of program, and she realized also 20 pounds in less than 3. Wow, that's huge. That is huge. And she's a customer. Awesome. Rita and I are putting together an event tomorrow night. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Have you, and she added the shakes today. Boom. So do you talk to everyone about the income opportunity, all your customers? Yeah. Cool. Especially if she's had those results, right? Like, that's how many other people around her would want the same results. And we have our fat phobia event tomorrow night too. Very cool. Awesome. That's incredible, Rita. Boom. All right. So I want to spend more time with you guys on this training session every 2 or 3 weeks. So, and I know Adam does too. So I want to be intentional about it, but we also want to get back to making sure that we're starting the month off right, even though this is like 11 days in or 10 days in for you guys. But I think we've kind of missed or lost our way in a sense of setting intentions for the month. And, our goal setting process and, really striving for something. I know for us in Australia, we've got a run now into conference, which is July, which is really unusual. It's the end of July. So there's a lot of excitement and there's a lot of planning and there's a lot of people going for things. And I think that North America can be a part of that too, even though your conference is a little bit later. What's the worst that can happen? We all grow as leaders and we all do some cool things along the way. So what I wanted to do tonight is just spend some time around setting our intentions for the month and setting goals. And the more, I love, if you've read the book Atomic Habits, I think it's amazing and in so many different areas, but it reminded me of goal setting is important, but it's the systems that create the success, right? Everyone, if you think about 2 sporting teams, they've both got the same goal of winning, but it's the systems that they fall back to that create that success. And so, and if I think about a sporting team, those systems are innovation around nutrition or their training programs or their work ethic or their culture. They're a part of the systems, and that's our systems also. So even though this goal setting is super important, okay, we need for that direction, but it's the systems that actually create the success. And I love the process of what sounds like they're at
I muted you.
me.
Sorry.
Can you make me co-host, please? And so for those that are joining us, what we're doing now is just setting our intentions for the month, even though we're a little bit into the month, but we're using a goal setting process to do that, because I think if we're not setting goals, then the month just happens and we're not really sure, like we're not tracking how that went against our intentions at the beginning of the month. So I love Tony Robbins' way of goal setting, and that's the RPM method. And so if you've got pen and paper, and I know some of you maybe used to do this, maybe still do this, but I think it's a great exercise for us all to do. You know, the R, so it stands for RPM, and the R stands for results. What is it this month? What are we going to achieve this month in May 2022? Result. A result can mean so many different areas, right? There's personal results, like there's personal areas of your life that you maybe have a goal for, but then the business is what we're kind of focused on now. And that could be a number of customers. And you might split that result into a survival number and a thriving number. The survival means that, you know, I need 2 customers every month because, you know, who knows, some people put their orders on hold, whatever, situations change for people. So 2 customers is kind of just slightly growing every month. And then a thrive goal might be 5, which means that, you know, I'm really kind of moving forward. Each month I've got a new benchmark and I'm moving up and gaining more ground every month. So it could be around customers, it could be around team, you know, so it could be how many people I'm going to bring on myself personally. If you have a team, then your goals could be around what your team are going to do. As a team, how many team are we going to bring on? As a team, how many customers are we going to bring on? As a team, maybe we're increasing, we've got results around clubs. As a team, we've got results around promotions. So you can spend a fair bit of time on these results because as the bigger your team gets, I know, especially when I'm in the thick of momentum and I'm in the thick of being dedicated or being intentional around growing growing the business, and we go through seasons, but I'm like, I have a goal for, you know, Kerrie's team. I have a goal for, say, Jody's leg. I have a goal for like different businesses within our business. And I make sure, and as you step into leadership, you want to make sure your leaders are on the same page as that, right? Like I might have a goal of Kerrie and Rita bringing on 300 customers, but if they're in busy life mode and vacationing and whatever, and those goals don't line up, then it's, you know, it's not, there's no purpose to that. So the first bit is the result. Customers, team, promotion. You may have just joined the business and your result, okay, may be to hit Partner Plus or QSC or, you know, qualifying your business for the first time, whatever that is. That's the first part. And it's kind of an important part, but the second part, the purpose, is the most important part of this journey, the most important part of this goal setting. Because without purpose, all right, without that motivation to do it, it's irrelevant on the goal. Because we need the purpose, we need the why, we need the vision to be able to do that. And so why are you going to bring on 3 customers this month? Why are you going to bring on team this month? Why is your team going to grow? Why are you working for Partner Plus? Why are you going to hit QSC? Why are you going to help 3 people in your business qualify? And so what are some of the answers around that? Well, if you go back to the question of, you know, that everyone gets asked when we join is, why are you doing this? What do you want this business to be for you? And it changes as you achieve things. It changes as life changes. But what is it that you want out of this business? For me, when we got started, you know, a few months in, I wanted to create some freedom. We wanted to spend more time with our kids. I had a plan. I wanted to buy the caravan and travel. There were reasons for doing that. That was a part of my why. You know, so my goal setting, my showing up to training, my showing up to events, my getting on the road, my being, you know, doing 7 days on the road and back-to-back events, whatever it was all because I had a plan, right, that I wanted. It was the purpose. And so for someone just joining, their purpose might be that they need to take the pressure off the family budget. They need an extra $200 a month to achieve, you know, just to survive. You know, we know there's pain and pleasure that motivates us. You know, usually when people join, and this is people in your team, when you're talking to people, the biggest driver is usually pain. So if I'm spending time with someone new, there's usually some pain, or if I'm talking to someone about the business, there's usually some pain that I want to help them with, to avoid, to get away from. You know, put better food on the table, keep the lights on, keep the gas, keep the heating on, move to a bigger house, whatever it is. Like there's some pain there in people's world. Maybe the pain is that just people have lost their way. Maybe they don't have purpose. That's the pain. Maybe, you know what I mean? So it's that purpose that drives us, because the purpose is the vision. The purpose is where I'm going. And that helps with that motivation to do the work. If we don't have purpose and we can't articulate our purpose, and we don't have that direction of where we're going, the results are relevant, because the next part, the M for the massive action plan, the map, the method, which is what M stands for, it's irrelevant. You're not going to do it. And that's why the result is the direction we want to go in. The purpose is why we're going in that direction. And then the M for the method or map, massive action plan, is the how to. And it's always last, because it's the least important. Because if we've got our direction right and we've got our purpose right, we'll find the way to make it done, get it done. If I was to say to you, you know, that you know, something terrible is going to happen to someone if you don't do this, or you don't achieve this, or don't level up, or don't bring on 5 customers, you will find a way to do it, because there's pain, there's motivation. You're being self-motivated. Right? So that's why our purpose, that's why we talk about needing to have a why that makes us cry, because the purpose is what drives us. The purpose is what drives us. So the first part, for those that are joining us, the first part was the result. Where am I going? What's the direction? How many customers do I want to bring on? How many team do I want to bring on? Who's going to achieve what in my business? The second part is why, the purpose, the RPM, purpose of going in that direction. I've got purpose now. And then the M is the method, the massive action plan. And let's talk about that for a second, because it's the easy part. List 3 in this box, in this category. We list 3 or 4 or 5 things that we can do to achieve our result. And so that might be your part of your DMO. It could be posting on social media. That's one of the things. It could be, you know, you might have a plan around that. You know, want to do a story, you know, 4 or 5 stories every day, and you want to do 1 reel every 2 days or every day, whatever that is. That's under the social media part. It could be starting new conversations. How many new conversations are you going to start every day to achieve the result that you want this month? The result is for the month. The result isn't the $10,000 a month paycheck in 2 years' time. The result is to achieve the result this month. And so that could be new conversations. The third one could be the follow-ups. I've started conversations. There's people in my list. I've spoken to them, but I'm not following up with them. So maybe I'm going to ramp that up. I'm going to spend 15 minutes every day, 1% of my day, 15 minutes, actually 14 and a half minutes, or whatever it is. So I'm going to find 1% of my day, my time of my day, to follow up with 5 people, 6 people, whatever it is. The other things, a part of our DMO might be personal development, growing every day, learning new skills, who do I need to become to achieve the result, making sure we've got a plan, making sure we've got direction around that. And then once we've listed those things, and there's so many other things, you know, doing Facebook Lives, like doing Instagram Lives, interviewing people. There's so many activities that you could do to build your business. Once you've listed some of those things you're comfortable with, you circle the top 20% or the top 1 action. That's the one you spend the majority of your time on. That's the conversations. The conversations is the part that you can control. You can't control who watches your stories. You can't control who responds to your social media posts. You've got no control over that. Sure, you can tweak the algorithms. The more consistent you are, awesome. Right? But you can control how many people you speak to. You can control how many new conversations you start with. And I like being in control. I'm like, if I've got a result that I want to achieve this month, I'm going for it and I want to be in control of that. All the rest of it's second. If social media, I've got little control over who actually sees my stuff. If Facebook's going to show my posts to people, I'm kind of out of control of that. So I'm not going to rely on that. What I'm going to rely on is what I have got control of. How many people I can speak to, how many new people I can reach out to. But only do that if you want to achieve the result. Only do that if the purpose is good enough, big enough, makes you cry, if it's strong enough, moving enough. If life's good and you've got it all together, then don't worry about any of this. But if you want something different for your life, you want something different from the lives around you, then this is what helps you create that success. Being intentional in where you're going. Knowing every month, this is where I'm working, this is where I'm going, I'm heading towards, and writing it down in a sheet, in a book that you can revisit it. Because at the end of the month or the start of the new month, you get to revisit this. All right, my result was to bring on 3 customers. How am I going to bring on 3 customers? Why am I going to bring on 3 customers? Because I need to make more money to keep food on the table. Or, my purpose might be to just help people. Whatever that purpose is, that's going to drive you. It needs to drive you. If it's not going to drive you, it's irrelevant. It's a waste of time. What is going to drive you to do the work, to step out of your comfort zone? We know that life's like, here is where we're at right now. This is life right now. That's the life we want. What drives you to get out there? What drives you? What drives you to get out there? And so that's the direction. That's where we're going. That's what we're doing. At the beginning of the next month or at the end of the same month, you get to revisit that. Okay, my goal was 3 new customers, and I knew my purpose. It motivated me, and I did 3 reach outs every day. That's what my intention was. But at the end of the month, I look back and go, okay, well, I only did 1 reach out every 2 days. Well, what's the gap? What's missing? Was your purpose not big enough? Was it not realistic enough? All right, because that's the motivation. It's always the motivation. And so if I'm having coaching calls with people and the people are like, I'm doing, I've got this goal and then I want to earn $10,000 a month, and that's amazing, but show me your systems, show me what you're doing day to day, because that's just wishy-washy. We've all had it. People come in, I'm going to earn $5,000 a month. Awesome. I honestly believe anyone can do that, but you got to do the work. Got to implement the systems. Got to get out of your way. You got to start conversations. Sorry, I'm in this car that keeps wanting to shut down. So that's the whole goal setting process, right? You get that right, anything's possible. The direction of where you're going, why you're going that way, and then the actual activity. We all know how to start conversations. Do not get in your head about, I need some sort of script to do this. No, you do not. All you need to do is pick up the phone and speak to people. All you need to do is message people. We had a lady share, Gabriella, on our tribe tune-up, which you're all invited to, but the timing really sucks for you guys, but it's a Tuesday night for us. We had a lady that's been in the business for a month and she's got 15 or 16 customers. She's got 6 kids. Well, she got majority of those customers before she got her product. Majority of those customers, like 10 of those customers before she got the product. Why? Because she spoke to people. She's like, this is what I'm trying. You've got to try it, right? This is what it's going to do for me. Will you try it with me? She didn't need a script for that. She didn't need some sort of special training that I've got to sit through for 3 hours to do that. No, she was motivated. She wanted to earn some money. She wanted to help people around her. She got out of her way and she spoke to people. Ignorance on fire. Is that what it's called? Something like that. It's called that. I'm getting nods from Rita. Thank you. But that's what it is, right? She was excited. People bought her. People bought product from her because of her excitement, because why she was doing it. That's possible for everyone. If she had a why, she needs to make more money. She's ready to go, right? Her why is big enough. She did the work. She got out of her way. She spoke to people. That's all it was. Who knows where that goes? 15 people, 15 customers. Like, think about the trickle effect from there. Trick, or whatever, right? It just flows on. Families being changed. Families being changed. Have you ever stopped to think for a second of the results your customers have had? Rita just shared one before in the chat. As a result of you saying yes, someone purchasing Juice Plus, and maybe a child that you'll never know, never meet, having a positive reaction to Juice Plus. Maybe their life just being better, healthier. Like, think about that for a second. You will not know 95% of the stories that happen in your businesses, but are happening because they don't share the stories. You might have a great relationship with your customers, but I've got this team all over the world that I can't physically spend enough time with everyone to hear how it's impacting them or how it's impacting their customers. The impact we're having, this is why when we talk about Juice Plus and we talk about network marketing, how it meets all of our human needs. Contribution, wow, huge. So I'm committed, and I know some of the other leaders are committed to spend, just to be here and help and see what we can do, to change more lives, including your lives, especially if you're new here. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. All I know is there's opportunity because people are in pain. There's so much uncertainty in the world right now. Inflation's going up, cost of living's going up. People need extra income. People need extra income, right? To pay for their lifestyle, to pay for their food, to pay to survive. We've got that. We've taken care of the health. The health part's good. It's the business that's going to help people combat inflation. With still uncertainty around. So I don't know. I just think we've kind of lost that intention, and speaking with Kerrie a little bit, just about making sure that we're setting our intentions right for the month. And then we get to visit that at the beginning of the next month. How did you go? What did you do? Why didn't you get there? Let's revisit this. Was it because you didn't do the work? If you didn't do the work, don't complain about the results then. We've got to do the work, right? It's hot in this car. Hey, do you want to say hello to Fiona?
Hi, guys.
We've literally been kicked out of our house and we are working from somebody else's car because my car has been off the road for 4 months. So we are definitely being challenged everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
So we're in a ute. How cool is it? I'm going to show you this thing. I've never been a ute driver, but I freaking love it. Look. Yes. You can just throw things in the back. You can't do that in a wagon. It's just we don't have enough seats. That's all. Wish there was a 6-seater. Trucking, yes. So nice to see Fiona. Tight spaces. Yes, it's a small car compared to our car. But all right. So is there anyone wants to ask something, talk about something? A pickup. You call them pickups, yeah. That's true. We call them utes here. Actually, dual cab. Like it's got 2 cabins. But yeah, they're called utes here. But I like pickup. That's better. Sounds more manly.
My pickup.
My pickup. Yeah, jump in my pickup. Is that how you say? I don't know. What's going on? Anyone need help with anything? Talk about anything? Chat about anything? You've got Fiona here. Ask her some questions.
You're on so quiet.
I know. You guys good? Jen, Kayla, Dee, Lisa, you good? Alexandria, Ashlyn, Amanda. Hello, Fiona. Nice to see you. Rita.
Nice to see you too, Rita.
I'm always soaking up what you give. You my fave. Oh, D, you one of my faves too. I better be careful what I say.
Hey, if no one's going to talk, I will always step up to talk. So I do have some
Thanks.
questions, especially since I'll be starting a new team here that I'm excited about, and just want to get your opinion, or not your opinion, but just some advice on helping people move past, I guess, a little bit of the overwhelm that comes with starting up, and just be like, the woman that you spoke about, she was just excited. She took away, what I have to do here, what I have to do there. And it was just about sharing this with other people. I would really, really love your advice for starting Team Strong, I suppose. Thanks. Yeah.
She's gonna take a call. Sorry.
Yeah.
Conveniently jumps out of the pickup, but I'll prove it. She's on a phone call. All right. Number one, why are they doing this business? All about vision. Sorry.
I thought you were actually asking me.
No, you can work that out yourself with them. But right, like, it's the number one thing. If we don't dig deep on why they're doing this business, if we don't dig deep on what that motivation is, the vision, the life they want to create, where do they want to be in 2 years' time? Where do they want to be in 3 years' time? What does their house look like? What does their car look like? What are they driving? How are they feeling? Then they don't do the work. They don't do the work. And then that's what creates confusion. That's what, if we think about, if you're motivated and you believe it's worth it, then you'll do it. And then there's no overwhelm because you're excited about where you're going. And so I think the more time you can spend around just getting to their why, getting them motivated, getting them focused is the first thing. The second thing is, who do you know? Let's just keep it really simple. Let's talk about some people in your world that you can share this product with, program with, and maybe the business. Most people will start with sharing the product and program first, right? And so they write their list or they start talking about it, and you go through it with them. I think they're the two really important steps. First is, like, they usually have had some education on the product and program when they join because they've been through an event. Okay. So if they've been through an event and they've learned some stuff, that's usually enough, because the thing is, they're not reaching out to them by themselves. They're with you doing the work. Who do they know that will support them on this journey? They're the people we're speaking to first. I'm gonna have to go in a minute, unfortunately. If I have a team that swears that they want so much and post nonstop but refuse to show up for training or share their work, should I keep spending time with them? My thing is, no, D. Nope. I give them, it's not compulsory to show up to training, right? But the thing is, that's about staying close to the fire, right? Learning, all right, being in community with each other. There are lots of people that have built amazing businesses that were on training and step away and then come back in and out. But if they're not prepared to show you what they're doing, they don't get you one-on-one time. There's a few things that I would say that for people to get my one-on-one time is, one is they need to be on at least one training a week, right? They need to be coming to conference. That's a big thing for me. And they need to be doing the work, and they need to show me that they're doing the work. Show me the conversations that they're starting. Show me the people they're talking to. And if they're not doing those things, then they're not getting my one-on-one time. They'll go into a group, and that's awesome. Meet those things, and then we can spend one-on-one time together. Make sense? I'm gonna have to get off the call. We've got another call, right, Kerrie? Shortly. Yep. I'm gonna have to jump off this call and jump on that call for 2 minutes with Fiona. It's been good hanging out with you, rock stars. Right? Who is in your team? I would be like, you've got to come back. You've got to get on training. We're learning so much. Let's do this thing. Let's link arms. Link arms with people. Let's get some excitement back on being together and doing things together. Peace out, homies.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
See you guys. Bye. Bye.
Actually,
Hey guys, so because we had, for those of you guys who are in freestyle, we had a call, an hour call just before this one. So we're actually closing off this training a little bit earlier tonight. Next week, it goes back to regular training. And then the week after that, it's probably going to be similar to what has happened today. So a half an hour training, and then we're back to our regular normal event at 6:30 Mountain Standard Time, training at 7:30 Mountain Standard Time. So do the conversion there. But it was just a way to switch things up. Tomorrow night, Rita, like Rita had said in the chat, we're going to be doing a fat phobia event that we're really excited about. Just about, I don't know, Rita, do you want to give a synopsis about this for everybody? Because you're all welcome to join us.
Sure. Yeah, I think, the idea behind this event is really to help give people some information around the importance of fat. So many of us in I think above the age of 35, 40, really, we're raised with that fear of fat is bad, cut out fat, don't eat fat, to the point where many of us automatically grab for low fat options and, don't eat certain foods. But the truth is we need fat in our diet. Our body needs healthy fats. And so it's just helping to shift that for people to really understand that not all fats are equal, not all fats are bad. And in fact, we actually need fats to help keep our nervous system and our cells and our body healthy. And so tomorrow night we'll be talking a little bit about healthy fats versus non-healthy fats, and the benefits, and also sharing with people a little bit about our Naked Health program, how they can easily get in healthy fats by changing ingredients, alternate ingredients and recipes, and following our Naked Health program recipes and program. And then also, of course, our omegas, which give, the healthy essential oils, which, most people are just not getting enough of in their diet. I would say very few, if any, really are getting enough of the omegas in their diet through their food. So supplementing really is important. And it's interesting how most people don't even really think about omegas or know that they should be bridging the gap when it comes to omegas. So it's a great opportunity for you to invite customers, prospective customers, family, friends who just really honestly, everybody, even if they're not interested in the products themselves, I think everybody should be on that call tomorrow night, because there's going to be something for everyone.
Can't wait. And I know so many people who could benefit from just learning a little bit about this. And we have experts who can share, their medical background too. So it's very exciting. I put the flyer into the USA Canada chat. So we have, tonight and all day tomorrow to invite people to this. And of course, we're going to be recording. We'll put a Zoom code on there too and pass the link around for you guys so that you can. But hopefully you guys are excited about this month. It's got me thinking about, I haven't really, to be honest, I have not heard RPM in the longest time. Like, it's probably been 4 or 5 years since I thought of that method of goal setting, but it makes a lot of sense 5 years later, let me tell you. So, get your, I don't know if this is helpful, guys, because everybody does it different, but every month I have a file folder and I have team that I am talking to, customers that I'm talking to, all my, I put their names and then I actually print off the order form so that I know that it's going to happen that month. And so when it's ready to have the conversation, I just have to fill it in. I'm very much paper and pencil. You might have something that you do electronically, and of course have something for your conversations, but the more intentional you are around your business and just putting it in print, the more you're going to see those results. We know that, right? When you put it out there to the universe, that you're going to get what you put out there and the energy that you put into it. So it's very exciting for May. Very excited that we're all going to tap into this May-June incentive with our Australian partners as well. So we will see you next week, normal time, a new event. And have a great week, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night, probably at our Fat Phobia event. Chat soon. Bye. I will stop there.